can be find any response across any element by using superposition theorem, Thevenin's theorem, and Norton's theorem. Okay, find the response. Response is nothing but what? Simply I'm saying voltage and current. Okay, find the voltage and current across any one of the elements by using superposition theorem as well as Thevenin's theorem as well as network Norton's theorem. Okay, now come to this statement. Sir, in our superposition theorem, we have some important points are there. The first point is this totally applicable for, this theorem is only applicable for linear bilateral elements. Is only applicable for linear bilateral elements. In our previous classes, we discussed about a linear, what is linear element, what is non-linear element, what is bilateral element. Okay, but in our superposition theorem, the total superposition theorem is only applicable for linear element as well as bilateral elements. Sir, what is our linear element? Simply, which elements are agree the Ohm's law? Which elements are agree the Ohm's law? That total elements are comes under linear elements. So simply I am writing resistor, inductor, and capacitor, and voltage and current sources. The total 5 fundamental elements are comes to linear elements. Now, what is bilateral element? Bilateral element is nothing but the double direction current flow. The double direction current flow, the total resistors, inductor, capacitors, all are comes under bilateral element. Linear is nothing but which obeys the Ohm's law. Bilateral is nothing but bidirectional element. Bidirectional current flow, that total elements are comes under bilateral elements. Now, whenever we are going about, we are discussing about some superposition theorem, the total circuit consisting of, our network is consisting of voltage sources, current sources, as well as resistors. Okay, in our superposition theorem, the total network is consisting of voltage sources and current sources and resistors. Okay, but in our second point, this total theorem is only applicable for more number of sources, 2 or more number of sources. Applicable for 2 or more number of sources. Maybe it is a voltage source, maybe it is a current source. Kachitanga 2 కంటే ఎక్కువ ఉండాలి sources అనేది in superposition theorem network లో. Okay, if you are applying for superposition theorem, the total network is consisting of 2 or more sources. Maybe it is a voltage source, maybe it is a current source. Okay, now coming to statement only. The statement is very important for 2 marks question. For long questions, the problems are very important on superposition theorem. Okay, now what is the statement first? Every statement is start with a linear and bilateral network. Okay, every statement will be start with a linear bilateral network consisting of number of voltage sources, number of current sources, and resistors. This is the first point. Okay, in our statement, in a linear bilateral network consisting of voltage sources and current sources and resistors. Okay, you have to find any one of the response. Simply I am writing response is nothing but voltage or current. Okay, you have to find any one of the branch response at the time any one of the sources acting alone, the remaining source are deactivated. Okay, any one of the sources activated, the remaining source are deactivated. Okay, now I am taking one circuit. This is our simple circuit. In this simple circuit, now you have to find the current across. For example, this is R1, this is R2, this is R3, this is current I, and this will be the V. Okay, in our given circuit, total two voltage sources are there. 2 voltage source, not 2. One voltage source, another one is current source. 2 sources are there, and we have 3 resistors are there. Okay. Now find the current across R2 resistance by using superposition theorem. This is your question. Okay. Find the current across R2 resistance by using superposition theorem. Now start with step number 1. Before the step number 1, you have to mention the statement first. If any problem you take, just write the statement before doing the problem. Okay. Now write the statement first. After completion of that statement, the step number 1, sir, activate any one source. That is the first point. Okay. In our linear bilateral network consisting of voltage sources, current sources, as well as resistors, we have to find the response of any one of the resistance, At that time, you have to mention any one of the sources acting alone, remaining sources are deactivated. That is statement of superposition theorem. Now you have to explain the statement. In step number 1, I am taking as V is activated. The remaining source, current source is deactivated. Simple ఏం లేదమ్మా, ఒక సోర్స్ ని యాక్టివేషన్ చేస్తే రిమైనింగ్ సోర్స్ ని డియాక్టివేట్ చేయాలి. ఇన్ స్టెప్ నెంబర్ 1. ఇన్ నెక్స్ట్ స్టెప్, the remaining source is activated, the first source is deactivated. Okay. But in step number 1, I am taking V is activated, the current source is deactivated. Sir, at the time of deactivation, we have to mention some conditions. We have to mention some ideal condition. Based on that ideal condition, we have to draw some circuits. Okay, so what are the ideal conditions in our deactivation? In our deactivation period, the current source is open circuit and the voltage source is short circuit, SC. At the time of deactivation, the current source is open circuit, the voltage source is short circuit. These are two ideal conditions in our step number 1. Sir, when the time of deactivation. Sir, in our given step number 1, which is deactivated? The current source is deactivated. Across that current source, you have to mention open circuit. For example, in step number 2, V is deactivated. What is the condition of V? Simply I am writing short circuit in our deactivation condition. Okay, but in step number 1, I am taking V is activated, I is deactivated. Now you have to draw the circuit first. V is activated. Activate is nothing but just allow undo ala draw cheyandi. Next, this is R3 and this will be the open circuit. Because of current source is open circuit in our deactivation condition. Okay, this is called R3, this is R2, and this will be the R1, and this will be the V. Okay, sir, simply I am writing, if it is open circuit, the total loop is off. Because of this total open circuit. Based on this open circuit condition, the current flowing in that loop is 0. Okay, now open circuit lane 0 అవుతుంది, current source is 0. That's why I'm negligible this total part, that is 0. The total circuit can be redrawn again. This will be the R1 and R2, this will be the V. Okay, in our open circuit, which is 0, current is 0 na. If current is 0, the total circuit is negligible. Simply I am writing it is negligible. Okay, that's why from this circuit we can get some another circuit, that is called this one. Okay, now you have to find the current across R. For example, this is take it as A point, this is a B point. Now what is the direction of current? I1 current, clockwise direction. Based on this voltage source, I am taking as clockwise direction, that is called I1 current. Now you have to apply the current formula. What is the current formula? We have some voltage is there and we have some resistors are there. Now you have to apply I1 equal to V by R1 plus R2, Ohm's law. You have to apply Ohm's law. I1 equal to, simply I am finding I1 value, then you have to apply Ohm's law in our given circuit, in our last circuit from step number 1. Now we can get some I1 value. Okay, in our step number 2, you have to activate remaining source. Simply I am writing current source is activation, the remaining source is deactivation. Okay, the first current source is activation, the remaining source is deactivation in step number 2. Same thing, reverse process. ఇక్కడ ఏది యాక్టివేట్ అయింది? voltage source is activated, current source is deactivated in step number 1. In next step, current source is activated, voltage is deactivated in step number 2. Is it clear? To the remaining source is nothing but what? The current source is activated, activate, the voltage source deactivate. Okay, event sources deactivate. Sir, in our deactivation condition, we have some initial conditions are there. That is current source is open circuit, voltage is short circuit. Voltage is short circuit. This is called voltage. That's why the total voltage is short circuit in our step number 2. In our step number 2, the voltage source is short circuit. Okay. Now draw the circuit first. Short circuit is nothing but you have to draw one line across the voltage source. Now this is R1. This is called R2, R3, and current source. I, R3, R2. Okay. This is the A point. This is the B point. Okay. From step number 2, you have to find the current across this AB resistance by using Ohm's law or CDR rule. Ohm's law apply చేయాలా, CDR rule apply చేయాలా? ఇక్కడ ఈ సర్క్యూట్ చూసి చెప్పండి. Sir, I need a current across AB resistance. Okay, the total current value I, and we have some 2 resistors are there. Sir, in this R3 resistance, the current is I only because of these 2 are series connection. Now the total current is flowing like this. That will be divided across A point. For example, this is I2 current, this is I3 current. But we need only I2 current only. No need to find R1 current. Okay. What is our question? Find the current across R2 resistance. That's why I'm finding I2 value. That is I2 equal to the total current is already given. That is I into opposite resistance of R2. Then opposite resistance evadu R1. R1 by R1 plus R2. You have to mention CDR rule because of already the examiner will be given some current, the total current value. This is the total current, the dividing point. One current is divided in this direction. You have to mention that current value, that is I2 equal to current division based on current division rule. I into total current into opposite resistance of R2, that is R1 by total resistance. Okay, this is a procedure. Now we can get some current value, that is I2 current value. Okay, this is called step number 2. Sir, in step number 1, I'm taking as Ohm's law because of that is totally both are in series connection, resistor both are in series connection. We have some voltage value. That's why we are finding current Ohm's law. By using Ohm's law, we are finding some I1 value. But in this step number 2, we have 2 resistors, different line resistors, already given some current value. That's why I'm applying current division rule. Maybe in total network theorems based on Ohm's law as well as current division rule and simple series parallel combination. That is enough. In step number 1, I'm using Ohm's law based on that circuit. In step number 2, based on this circuit, I'm applying CDR rule. Okay. Now coming to step number 3. Sir, I am getting some I2 current and I1 current. Okay. Now in step number 3, the total current equal to I1 plus I2. Just you have to take algebraic sum of these 2 currents based on the directions. Then you can get the total current. That is step number 3. The total procedure of superposition theorem. This is a basic fundamental question. Now I'm taking some important question on superposition theorem. I'm taking a values. Okay. Now coming to problem. I'm taking some V value. The V value is 6 volts. Current value 4 amperes. R2 2 amperes. R 6 ohms. Sir, I'm taking this one. Find the current across 2 ohm resistance by using superposition theorem. Okay. For example, I'm taking this A point, this is a B point. Now coming to problem. First, you have to write the statement of superposition theorem for every question. Next, you have to start with step number 1. Okay. What is step number 1? Activate any one source. Activate for example, I'm taking 6 volts is activated. Activate 6 volts. And the remaining source, for example, what is the remaining source? 4 amperes. The 4 amperes current source is deactivated. Deactivate. Sir, deactivation is nothing but the current source is open circuit. Okay. What are the initial conditions? Ideal conditions. The ideal condition is in deactivation. The current source is open circuit. Okay. That's why I'm taking some circuit that is this one. Open circuit is nothing but this one. Okay. These are 6 ohms, 2 ohms, and 2 ohms, 6 volts. Okay. These are our step number 1 circuit. Sir, actually, in step number 1, the current source is open circuit. If it is open circuit, the current is deactivated, the current source is deactivated. That's why I'm taking as open circuit. Okay. In our open circuit, the current is 0. The current is 0. That's why the total loop is negligible. The total loop is negligible in our loop number 2. If it is negligible, I'm taking as this is a A point, this is a B point. The current direction is I1. Now you have to find the I1 value by based on Ohm's law. That is I1 equal to voltage by resistance. That is 6 by 4. Then 1.5 amperes is flowing in this direction, in this A to B direction. See the A to B direction. The current flow is A to B direction. Now the 1.5 amperes. This is a current I1 value. Okay. Now coming to second one. Second step. Coming to second step. In step number 2, the remaining source is activated. The current 4 amperes activated. 6 volts deactivated. 6 volts deactivate. Okay. Now draw the circuit first. 6 volts is nothing but this one. 2 ohm resistance. Four amperes, 6 ohms, 2 ohms, and this is also 2 ohms. This is a A point and this is a B point. Okay. Now from step number 2, you have to mention the current across AB point by using maybe it is a CDR rule or Ohm's law. So tell me anyone, this is a CDR rule or Ohm's law? Can I apply CDR rule? CDR only, why? Because we have some current is there, total current is there. That total current is divided across this A point. For example, this is a A point and this is a B point. The total current is I2. Now you have to mention the I2 current by using CDR rule. The total current into opposite resistance of I2, that is 2 by 4. Then we can get 2 amperes. The direction is A to B. Okay. Now coming to step number 3. In step number 3, the total current equal to I1 current plus I2 current. What is the I1 current direction? I1 current is 1.5 amperes from A to B and 2 amperes from A to B also. The I2 current also 2 amperes from A to B. Then we can get 3.5 amperes. Which direction? A to B direction. This is the final answer. This is the final answer. This is one current source, a resistance, the another resistance. We have some voltage, and this is also another current source. In our given circuit, total we have 3 sources are there. In this, one is voltage source, the remaining 2 are current sources. The remaining 2 are current sources. Okay. In our given circuit, find the current across these branch by using superposition theorem. That is the given question. Okay. Find the current across 2 ohm resistance by using superposition theorem. Now, in every problem, we have total 3 or more steps are there. Okay. For example, in previous one, we have only 2 sources. From that given question, we take three steps, because in step number 1, one source is activated. In step number 2, another source is activation. The last step is combination of 2 sources current. Okay, but in our given question total we have 3 sources are there. That's why in our given question total 4 steps are there. Okay, this is step number 1. If it is activated, that is called step number 1. This is called step number 2. If it is activated, that is step number 2. If it is another source is activated, that is step number 3. In step number 4, it is a combination of all currents. Okay, it is a combination of all currents. Total we have 4 steps are there in our given question. Now coming to step number 1. From the step number 1, which is activated. For example, I am taking as 6 volts is activated. 6 volts is activated and the remaining 2 sources are deactivated. For example, 2 amperes and 4 amperes both are deactivated. If these 2 sources are deactivated, what is the ideal condition? Simply I am writing open circuit because of both are current sources. Both are current sources. Now you have to draw the circuit. That is this open circuit and 2 ohm resistance, 2 ohm resistance, activation, some resistance is there. This is also open circuit. Then we can get a 6 ohms and 2 ohms, 2 ohms and 2 ohms. This is like this. This is a step number 1 circuit. This is step number 1 circuit. Now see. In step number 1, only one source is activated. The remaining 2 sources are deactivated. Okay, that is current source. That is 2 ampere current source and 4 ampere current source. Both are in deactivation. That's why both are taking as open circuit. If it is open circuit, what is the loop current? That will be 0, na? If it will be 0, if it is 0, simply I am writing as 0 and 0. That is nothing but negligible. Both are negligible. Now you have to draw the circuit again. If both current sources are negligible, then we can get some circuit that is like this. Okay, if these 2 current sources are negligible, if these 2 loops are negligible, then we can get some circuit. That circuit is called like this. Okay, this is called 6 volts and this will be the 2 ohms and 2 ohms. Now find the current across the middle resistance, that is nothing but A point and B point. Now find the current based on Ohm's law. The I1 current is 6 by 2 plus 2, that is 6 by 4, 1.5 amperes. What is the direction? That is A to B direction. That is a A to B direction. Now see, A to B direction. Now coming to step number 2. What is step number 2? In step number 2, the remaining sources are deactivated. Now, step number 2, the remaining sources are deactivated. For example, this will be the deactivation and this is the activation, these are deactivation. The 4 amperes is deactivated, the 6 volts as well as 2 amperes is deactivated. That is the second step. Okay. If it is deactivated, what is the voltage source condition? That is short circuit. The current source is open circuit. That is the ideal condition of deactivation. Okay. Now draw the circuit first. Open circuit and this is short circuit. The resistance value, the another resistance value, 2 ohms. This is activation. 4 amperes is activation. Okay. This is our required circuit after completion of step number 2. Okay. Deactivate. This is also deactivate. Voltage source is deactivated and current source also deactivated. One current source is activation. Now see, these are open circuit. That's why the total loop is negligible. The total loop is negligible. If it is negligible, the circuit can be converted into a simple circuit, that is this one. the total circuit is converted into like this. Okay, 4 amperes, 2 ohms, and 2 ohms is also 2 ohms. Okay, now you have to find the current across AB terminal by using CDR rule, because of we have already the total current is there. Now you have to find the total current, the current value across the AB terminal by using CDR rule. Now the current flowing like this across the B point, the current is divided with two parts. This is the direction of I2 current and this is the remaining current, but we want only I2 current. Now see, I2 current equal to total current into opposite resistance by total resistance. 4 cancel, this is a 2 amperes, that is a B to A direction. B to A direction. B to A direction. The first current is from A to B direction, that is 1.5. The second current is B to A direction, that is 2 amperes. Okay. Now, I'm taking step number 3. In step number 1, 6 volts is activated. Step number 2, 4 amperes is activated. In step number 3, 2 amperes is activated. If 2 amperes is activated, the remaining 2 sources are deactivated by using some initial condition, ideal condition. What is the initial condition or ideal condition? 6 volts is short circuit and the 4 amperes open circuit. This is our step number 3. Okay. If it is open circuit, simply I am writing as 0. That's why the total loop is negligible. Now see, the total current is flowing like this. This is a A point, this is a B point. The total current is flowing like this. The total current is flowing in this direction and coming to A point. Now, what is the current across 2 ohm resistance? Tell me anyone. What is the current across 6 ohms?
Minus 2 amperes.
That is also 2 amperes. Why? Because 6 and 2 and these two all are in series connection. Across the A point only, the total current is divided. Now you have to mention the current across a 2 ohm resistance by using CDR rule. But because any division is there, just you have to apply the CDR rule. Okay. Now that CDR rule is equal to, that is I3 current. For example, this is I3 current. I3 current equal to total current into opposite resistance of 2 ohms, that is 2 by total resistance. 2 times cancel, then we can get 1 ampere. That 1 ampere is flowing from A to B direction or B to A direction?
A to B
direction. Now, this is step number 1. From step number 1, we get some current value, that is 1.5 amperes from A to B direction. In step number 2 also, I am getting some current, that is 2 amperes B to A direction. Okay. B to A direction, and I3 current is also A to B direction. Now you have to added the 3 currents. Step number 4, I equal to, now see, the majority is A to B direction only. The first current A to B direction, that is 1.5. The second current also A to B direction, that is 1 ampere. These two I1 and I3 both are in sign symbol. The I2 will be minus sign symbol, that is negative polarity because of B to A direction. Okay. I1 is positive and I2 is negative and I3 is positive because of majority is A to B direction. Now, that is I1 is 1.5 amperes minus 2 plus 0.1. Then we can get it 2.5 minus 2, 0.5 amperes from A to B direction. This is the final answer of the